Hello, welcome to another Vlogmas. Thought today I'd do a history of my target butts, so to speak, that I've used over the last 6 years. The picture you're seeing now is what inspired me to start getting into archery seriously. Had such a good time at family camp this one weekend that I decided to go for it. I was shooting maybe 10 yards at this huge, circular camp target, fiberglass bow, fiberglass arrows, had a fantastic time. Decided to go ahead and get my first arrow. Now things start getting funny. Okay, so the very next weekend I decided to loosen up some money and went to a local shop and ended up with my first bow. And that's another video topic. Um, so I didn't have a target to shoot at, so some friends loaned me one that they had given to their daughter, and she was no longer using. And it was one of these tiny little foam block things. Took that to a local field not far from where I live and started shooting at it and couldn't understand why I couldn't hit the broadside of that little barn. So, yeah, that target and we only lasted a week before I moved on to my next target. So here we are with target number 3. I think this is week number 3. Went to Walmart, got one of those standard little white foam targets that's encased in a plastic sleeve. I used that for several months. It was nice. The only problem with that is it's that white styrofoam stuff, and once you start shooting at it a lot, it starts leaving little plastic white styrofoam pieces all over your yard. So yeah, I got some of those spray can foams and tried to keep it going, but eventually, yeah, the trash men were coming and I just walked it out to the curb and handed it right to them. So there went target number 3. Okay, here's target number 4 if you count the one from the camp. But this time I was getting a little more savvy, and I had done some online research and found people who had gone to TSC and asked for some of their packing cubes that were in their trash bins. So sure enough, walked into my local TSC and they gladly gave me, looks like 9 cubes. I duct taped them together, and by this point I had another target face. This worked nice. I could set it on the ground. Used it for a number of months, but it eventually had the same problem that the other one did from Walmart. It was that white styrofoam stuff, and after it got shot at for a while, it just started dropping white styrofoam all over, and yeah, it was full of holes, couldn't use it. So once again, here came the trash men, hauled it out there, gave it to them. So there went that one. Here we are at my first, what I considered my first official grand target bag. Got it at a local archery shop. I think I paid $99 for it. It was heavy. It was big. I could set it on the ground. Yeah, so I shot at this for quite a while. I eventually went to Walmart and got a TV stand. So I was now becoming more concerned about shooting at regulation height. So I set it on a TV table, but you do the physics. Flimsy little TV table and the wind don't get along so well. So of course, one day I was out, sunny Sunday afternoon, but it was really windy. And the inevitable happened. The target blew over, and I ended up with a nice little bloom of arrows. So that was kind of my last straw. It was already getting saggy, developing pockets inside of it that were a lot looser. So took it out to the car, put it in the back seat, and the next day it went to work, and a gal took it home to her stepdaughter. So that ended that bag. So here we are with my next target butt. I was at work one day and discovered some gentlemen who had delivered a large piece of machinery were ditching some very sturdy, reinforced boxes. So I grabbed two of those boxes, took them home, and turned them into archery targets. Stuffed them full of, I think it was, you know, uh, plastic bags, rags, stuff. And those two boxes lasted me quite a while. Whenever the front um, cardboard would start wearing out, I would just plaster another um, piece of cardboard on top of it. So that lasted a while until I moved on to my next and final target. Here we are at my final target, my current target. I think I've had it 2 years now. I picked it up at another local archery shop. Um, it's, I believe, 6 inches thick. It's getting kind of shot up in the middle. I've had two close calls with pass-throughs. It stops my arrows. They still poke through by a good, oh, I don't know, 6, 7 inches. So it's not a Reinhardt, 1 foot thick target, but I'm shooting 32 pounds, so it does the job. One of these days I need to cut it in half and flip it, ratchet strap it together so that I've got clean foam in the middle. But yeah, the only thing I've learned is I can't shoot at it in the rain because the arrows will go through it like they've been greased with lightning. So that's the only drawback I found so far. But yeah, if you can get hold of a nice piece of high density foam like this, you won't be throwing little white pills of styrofoam on the ground. It'll last longer than a cardboard target. So yeah, that's what I'm shooting currently. Hope to get at least another year's use out of it. Bye.